films in every direction, which means that you don't have to sit there and choose what angle you want to film. You can, when you render it, you can either render it as one of those photospheres that you can look in any direction, or you can just do a regular movie where you choose the angle, you know, from everything after the fact, after you see what's interesting and what angles are nice, which I think is cool. But I'm a dork, so.
Good dork.
What? No. The lightning was so much more spectacular, and an alien landed, and no, you did not miss anything. We saw a shooting star last night, and when we went out.
Oh, that pictures that we sent, you guys were all out.
Pardon?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
You guys were walking on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were really looking at this lightning storm that was going up on the water.
But when we got back,
So much walking and just standing.
when we were back, you know, almost to the house, Robin was locking the gate, and Audrey and I were looking back at her, and this really, really, really long shooting star.
But Robin didn't see it because she was locking the gate like a good person.
I know. There's no good deed goes unpunished.
Refreshing. Kind of funny how my mom hears the story about the Rodin house all the way in South Dakota.
What?
My mom calls me last night. There's a house that fell into the ocean. Just making sure you're okay.
Coffee cup, sorry.
Yeah.
With the gun in it.
Guns!
Water gun.
Well, it's kind of funny. They said there's like, you know, household items that fell into the ocean. It's like, why did they empty the house out before it fell into the ocean?
Well, it gets
So all that shit doesn't get in the ocean.
it gets condemned suddenly, and you're not allowed to get anything out of it, and you know, hope springs eternal until that big storm that causes it to be condemned.
So last year there was a house in Draper that fell off the cliff, and I guess the builder is liable for that, and now they have to build these retaining walls behind other homes on this cliff. It's like, oh my God, I could not even imagine if that was my house. I have this $1 million home or more, and you know, at any time it could probably sink down the mountain.
Well, I guess they can afford it.
The builder is liable because they did something that weakened the mountain, or because they chose a
They
better.
shouldn't have built that.
So the builder also built the other ones that they're building the retaining wall for, is that you're saying? Oh.
Yeah, they should have put it.
Well, everybody should have some degree of recognizing when you're.
I mean, it's nice to be there and have a nice view,
But there's a trade-off. There's some degree of trade-off.
Yeah, but I mean, you would think maybe you trust a structural engineer to say, okay, this is stable, it's not going to go.
But it's never this is stable. There's a,
Sure,
it's
but
always a
how long was
percentages.
that house there, if it was like just built, it's like one thing to say, oh, this has been here many years and everything's weakened and now it's crumbling. But if they just built it,
I agree, but I'm just saying it's all there's The conversation with the engineer should have been, you know, probabilities, not
Yeah.
certainties or anything. So
Yeah. Well, if they, I mean, I think if they were found liable, there must have been some amount of culpability.
that's him.
Well, you would think the city engineer wouldn't ever let them build there
Well, that's
because of
another
the
thing,
soil.
yeah.
Well, but there's also,
A lot of places with not much zoning, though. In
and
my experience, like cities have zonings, and then like the counties around have like nothing. It seems like. What? I know. That's what I'm saying. You guys have it, not always Maryland saying it, but it's also probably true.
they're all, can't tell if they're opened or not. So this camera shoots every direction except for where this is blocking it, I guess, but even that it tries to compensate for.
This is like
It's taking a photosphere, so it's like a panorama but a movie, so it's constantly filming in every direction. So when you render it, you know, when you make a video, you can either make one where you can drag your mouse around and look whatever direction you feel like looking, or you can turn it into a regular movie where you know, you're just looking whatever direction, but you can choose after the fact what's interesting and what the nice views are without having to constantly, as you're walking. Which is kind of cool. So when you're walking, you don't know that that wave is going to make you go, "Wah!"
yeah.
But now I can have it on.
Tim's screeching at the cold water.
Yep.
You're filming right now.
Filming right now, but I'm not very.
I should talk about everybody. 'Cause it's gonna be
Yes.
funny.
Should tell everybody where the bodies are. But I don't have very much experience with this, so I don't know. And it is not the new modern one. This was this prototype original from, I don't even know, like 8 or 9 years ago. So, woo! That one shot up my shorts.
Yep.
Shot all the way up to my armpit via my shorts. And my pockets are full of things too. Today is Wednesday, is that right?
Yeah, I know. We're just half over, right?
Yeah.
Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday, we have 3 nights.
Yep, the pipe end is full of sand.
Yeah, so like the
See?
iron end, and then that's the
Well, I don't
The
know
fitting?
How far
Measure
that
to
goes.
see how
What?
much the sinkhole
Yeah, I don't
is.
know how much that goes.
What is that?
A storm drain.
No, but like, is the pipe extending further?
yes, but can't get out. What?
So I think
It does, but it probably only goes like right here or something.
Let's dig it out. Permission to step?
No. Well, if you want to step in, who knows what. If nothing else, it's just like the roadway motor oil.
And so,
Look like
because I didn't have any earbuds
Abalone.
for like months for some reason, so I stick with like headphones on. And then,
I think these are abalones. They're kind of similar to West Coast. They're
on your GoPro, right?
what?
The ones ones that were on your GoPro.
What ones that were on my GoPro?
The one you found in the ocean that was covered with those things.
That's not abalone, that's barnacles.
It wasn't only barnacles, it was the flat things too.
Were there?
Yeah.
Maybe. You were probably, what, 9 when we found that?
Time is no meaning to me.
You have a good memory. That one's in deep in the lore.
I hope someone else finds it.
So do I. And I hope I don't have any embarrassing footage on it. I hope I have cool footage. I hope they have that footage of me trying to catch the curl, but I didn't leave any like thing that I don't want them to see.
And